Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Legends. I'm Twinklebutt, and we are continuing to take a look at the starting decks that you get for playing the opening sequence, which I'm starting to see less as a tutorial fight and more of like a free expansion that they just give you. So last time we looked at the Band of Survivors, and now we're going to take a look at the Black Marsh Smugglers. This is the second deck that we get. I didn't really change that much, but I did change some things, and so it's worth talking about. This deck is much more of a late game deck. So with Band of Survivors, we're looking to put down early threats and then use our control cards and our tempo cards and our buff cards to keep our presence on the board. The Black Marsh Smugglers is the opposite. We're looking to put things down to get in our opponent's way until we get to the late game, where we have all these really powerful creatures like the Burglar, the Spriggan, the Reaper, the Leviathan. We're basically just waiting for something to... We're trying to delay by putting down lots and lots of things in the way. So we've got lots of stuff that's got guard. We've got the Recruit, we've got the Defender, we've got the Warden, we've got the Protector, we have the Courier. We've got at 7 mana, we have the Preserver of the Root. We have the Lurking Mummy and the Thorn Hist Mage at 5 mana. And the whole point, what these guards are doing two things. One, they're slowing down our opponent, and they're two, forcing him to trade unfavorably. And we actually have a couple of cards that help us out in this regard. We've got Finish Off, which just straight up kills off a wounded creature. We've got the Scuba Racketeer. We can put this on one of our guard creatures to actually cause, when he bumps it, to lose the card. We've got a Leaf Lurker, which is basically like a 4/3 and Finish Off all rolled into one. So if you look at this as like a 3 mana creature, because Finish Off is 2 mana, that's actually a pretty decent deal. So this is it. We're slowing our opponent down, and we're forcing him to deal with all these things that we're putting in his way until we get to the late game. And then in the late game, we have some powerful options. We also have a Cursed Spectre and a Shadow Friend Priest, and as always, the Vicious Druid. And these are all cards that kind of give our deck a little bit more versatility to counter whatever they're doing, because this deck is a little slow. And it's going to give our opponent's usually going to get initiative before us. So we're going to have lots of opportunity to actually come back and counter whatever he's trying to do. So, and we also have some combo items. We have Daedric Dagger, which gives anything lethal, and it gives it +1/+1. We've got the Hackwing Feather, which if we put this on something that already has lethal, either from one of our items or something like the Venom Tongue or the Recruit, we have... basically, we have a really powerful form of removal that we can just keep using over and over again. We are the only problem that I've run into with this deck is that it's kind of slow. So the only really active forms of removal that we have are the Cliff Racer, which it's a 4/4 charge, but you can think of this as like pay 5, do 4 damage. The Territorial Viper, which is basically just a removal, as long as there isn't a taunt in the way or they aren't under cover. And then you've got 3 Crushing Blows, 3 Finish Offs, and you've got 2 Charged Reapers for either making favorable trades or for killing a bunch of little 1/1 creatures. And then you've got like I said, the Leaf Lurker. So this is a much slower deck. There's one thing I'm going to change before we begin, though. And that's going to be to add in the Volkihar Lord. Volkihar, I think. And that's because even though it's 2 more mana for 1 less stat, the Drain is actually really powerful. What the Drain does is that actually gives you an opportunity to make up some health. So we're going to take the Spriggan out. We're going to put him in there. And there we go. Okay. So the Drain is actually really important. Like on the Burglar and the Lord, what that's going to do, if those guys hit the deck and they start punching your opponent in the face, they're giving you huge chunks of life back. And the reason that's important is because if you're playing against a more aggressive deck and they've managed to kind of get you low, these dudes that you get at the very end of the game are going to give you your life back and take you out of lethal, which can make all the difference. So with that said, I'll post the deck list in the description, and we're going to play a couple of unranked matches to show off how it plays, talk about the different matchups. But before I do that, one thing I want to talk about really quickly, the way how I'm kind of initially testing these is I go into the practice mode, and then I play against expert. Obviously, that's nothing like playing against a real player, but these are difficult matches. And there's a cool little trick I haven't really seen much people talk about. If you beat the expert AI, it gives you 15 soul gems. And 15 soul gems is not a tiny amount. Like, you need 100 to craft a rare, I believe, which is the blue card. So if you take the time, if you're like low on resources and you just want to craft cards, if you can get a good deck, just go into the practice mode and just beat the expert AI over and over again, and you'll be able to rack up a lot of soul gems really quickly, and you can maybe start crafting the cards that you're looking at. I'm kind of curious if they're going to choose to change that. So this is redundant because both these cards have lethal. So we'll toss that guy. We'll keep these two. Okay, that's pretty cool. What we're looking to do is slow him down until we get to our bigger cards. So we are going to go ahead and take the initiative here. We're going to put down an old Gate Warden in the shadow lane.
The watch is mine.
This doesn't do any damage on its own, but every time it comes back to our turn, it regenerates health. So he needs to do a cumulative 5 damage or just destroy it with a spell effect in order to get over it.
My friend would like to say hello.
So this is looking good. Blue and green is it's an interesting combination of cards.
If I fall,
we'll put down the recruit here.
will reclaim me.
If this is actually one of the few times where he can trade in here, and I'll still have him up. Like normally he just dies whenever he hits something. So this is an extremely favorable trade for us. Not that 1 damage is really that much in the first place.
Let's do this.
And it does not go through. Which that's unfortunate. I'm sure he would have liked to get some support going on there. So with the Bruma armor, any creature that we put down after it gets an extra 2 health. Which is awesome. But what we can do, you think we can put this down and kill it this way. But because we have the Cliff Racer coming up, we can go ahead and hold on. And then if this guy survives, it's going to become a 4/6. So we'll put down that guy, we'll kill it, and then we'll have a 4/3 next turn. So that's pretty powerful.
Chaos take you.
We'll go ahead and trade. We'll put this guy in the shadow lane.
Stand to serve.
And hopefully he doesn't have some kind of effect to blow him up. That's the one risk, is that if he's got some way to kill this thing, and there's plenty of blue cards that could kill it. You've got Firebolt, which does 2 damage. You've got Lightning Bolt, which does 4. If he has like an Ash creature,
destruction is at hand.
he could do it that way. That guy can't do it. Okay, yeah, he does the Firebolt.
I have you now.
So he decided to use the Firebolt to clear. Okay. Well, whatever. So we'll go ahead. We will play the Gold Brand. We'll let him trade in here. And let's see. Because of the last gas, when this dies, it's going to do 3 damage to something, which means something's going to die. We'll go ahead and let him do the trading.
Your death is my command.
Chaos take you.
So one of these 2 things is going to die. Unless it hits me in the face, which is possible. And it did. We got really lucky there. That's the risk of using that card, is that the 3 damage you get just for killing it is amazing. But sometimes, obviously, that doesn't manifest, as we just saw there.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
Prophecy and Guard. Okay. Ooh, now that's a combo. We can put down a Venom Tongue here, and then next turn we can actually use Gold Brand if we want to and start getting that online. We'll go ahead and put this here. A 1/6 that has lethal is actually pretty potent.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
We'll go ahead and give him the cards.
Your
So
death
first
is
we'll hit
my
him with
command.
this. No prophecy. And then we'll just leave it like that. This is going to be difficult for him to remove. If he was playing yellow, which is willpower, they have an execute power, which actually just kills off anything
Be
with
on
2 or
your
less.
guard.
But I'm not seeing that here right now. So let's see what he decides to do. So he's going to put down a taunt to try to slow me down.
This one offers something tasty.
Okay.
Teach you to mess with me.
So we can do some cool stuff that I like. We're gonna silence this guy, and then we're gonna. But what we're gonna do after, I'm not sure quite yet. Or if we want we definitely want to try to get maximum value out of this. He took the slow play. He should have killed me there, so we can punish him for that. So that's something we're definitely gonna do. So
Death comes to us all.
we'll slow him down.
Do not vex me.
And now we get the free trade there. We actually get a little bit of extra mana. Now, what we want to do is figure out which one we want to put the Hackwing feather onto. This guy has been super useful, but I have a feeling that he's going to die next turn. So if we put him on here, that will give him... That'll turn him into a 5/6, which he won't... hopefully he won't be able to kill. Regeneration and charge
Your
is very
death is my
powerful.
command.
We're going to go ahead and let him... We're not going to draw him another card. If we would have smacked in there, we would have drawn him a card. So
Customers only.
I'm going to go ahead and let him take that trade. So this thing is actually going to be really powerful, because it starts out as a 4/4, and then now it's going to get boosted up to a 5/9, actually, if he doesn't clear it with like a lightning bolt or something.
My friend would like to say hello.
Which he may very well have. This could be a good turn to just redraw with the Disciple of Nymeria. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. That was a phone call. So our opponent, it doesn't seem like he has the fast cards that he needs to start retaking the board here. So it's actually giving him a lot of trouble. With the gold brand, it's difficult to decide between setting this up and setting this up. But if we can get this online and do the 2 damage that we need to, so we can bump it up to 4.
May I eat sand?
Okay, so he's probably got an item to equip with that. So we'll go ahead, we'll pop the gold brand so we can get this online. So that way, hopefully we'll have like some way to deal with that. It may seem a bit wasteful to just kill the 1/1 like this, but in reality, it's definitely something that we want to keep in mind for the future plays. And we'll just go ahead, go the full way in. If he doesn't find a way to deal with this, we're going to be actually giving him a lot of trouble. We don't have lethal next turn, but we can get him down pretty close. He needs to play something with initiative. Okay, that's a good way of getting started. Does he have another? Okay, so he's forced to use his entire turn just killing my creatures, which is totally fine. He can only play a 4-mana creature, and it's very likely that I'll be able to kill it with Goldbrand. And we can actually start putting down some pretty chunky dudes to help get us reclaim the cards that he's removing. And now we're where we want to
My
be.
sword hand itches.
We have this really strong hold on the board right now. So we'll play the Leviathan in this lane. He's got a maximum of one more. He's got a maximum of one more finish off. So he could possibly kill this, but even if he does, we have another one.
My sword hand itches.
Alright, so he's just putting those down
My
to slow
sword
us
hand
down.
itches.
Wow. That's incredible.
What are your intentions?
So he's just trying to survive.
You waste
basically.
my breath.
So, what we don't want to... Let's give him the slow play. So, let's go ahead. Let's put down the defender over here. And then we'll put down the snowcat, because that's like the perfect counter to whatever he's doing over here. Or, do we want to put the disciple down in case he kills... You know what? We'll put the disciple down in case he kills the Leviathan, and then we'll redraw. I'm not threatened enough by what's going on over here. And even if it kills the disciple, it's resources that he's putting.
To the shadows.
We're not going to use this because I don't feel like... I feel like he's got bigger targets that we can put down. So if he does somehow kill this, we're going to get a card out of it. So he has to kill this
By dawn
and then
and
kill
dusk,
that.
I move as a shadow. You waste my breath. You waste my breath.
Now if he attacks in here, that'd be... When you're in this position, what you don't want to do is give your opponent more cards. So yeah, I think that was the right choice there. So here we go. I think we honestly have enough. Yeah, we do. Unless he draws something out of this rune here.
Looks dead to me.
Nope. Alright, we got this in the bag. So it looked like he was playing a version of the Avengers deck. But unfortunately, things did not quite work out in his favor. Ooh. Associates bonus quest. So, okay, I haven't seen this before. So we just get this as a bonus for just doing lots of... Interesting. Okay. I didn't think that... So, they made the side quests in this game like actual kind of story quests. That's very interesting. Okay. I'm not even going to try to say his name. It's like... No, I am, because it's a challenge. It's like Ponket 100. That's an interesting combo. We'll go ahead and keep it, even though the regeneration here is redundant. We can turn this into a 1/8, which is amazing. Okay, yeah.
Time to fight.
It looks like he's playing a super aggressive deck, which will be perfect for dealing with this situation here. So we want to put down a card here.
The watch is mine.
He's going to be looking to do as much damage as possible as quickly, and we just need to put stuff down to get in his way.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
He's unfortunately drawing us cards. We're going to take 4 damage. There isn't really much that we can do about that. We are going to take the slower... Well, let's see. If he's got a way to deal with this, he's got a way to deal with it. But if we can prevent him from coming over here, that's a little stronger. So that's what I'm going to go for.
My sword hand itches.
These both have 1 health, so if he has to trade both of them in there, then that's going to actually kill them both off. We can put the Hackwing Feather on here later. Right now, we're just looking to stay alive. Like, he's playing a super aggressive deck. Okay, so we'll put the Hackwing on over here. Or should we? He's going to be doing 2 damage to my face every turn when he does it like that. And we don't necessarily want it to regenerate. We want to get rid of this. So, we're just trying to figure out which target is the best one. Having... Worst case scenario, I'm okay with taking 2 more damage if we put up like a big impressive wall over here. So we'll go ahead,
my breath.
take him out on that side. Now he's got to find 2 more mana to deal with his situation here. We're going to keep taking 2 damage every time he attacks over here.
Do your work.
We'll keep him here. He's not really... Okay, that's really powerful. So we'll go ahead, we'll silence that thing, so it's just like a 1/1 that's bumping in and doing nothing, and then we can use this to trade later.
You must be cleansed.
And what we don't want to do is give him any cards. We'll play the Thorn Hist Mage next turn.
Do your work.
He must have 2 of those. Hey, I'm totally fine with that, because we got the backup with the Hist Mage.
The Hist revives.
And now we got the Reaper online next turn if we want. So if he floods one side with a bunch of 1/1s, we can just remove him.
Tide turns.
And you know what? I think, well, let's see. That'll make this into a 1/6. Which if he's got 1 damage, still that's pretty good though. We'll go, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and take that.
Fall back or die.
Thorns and claws.
And now the question is, what do we want to do with the rest of this mana? I think we'll put it down here.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
Right now, we just want to control the board. We don't want to give him any extra cards until we have a really strong presence. He's using his removal to try to open up a lane. But we do have a crushing blow to give us a little bit of initiative.
We stand united.
Okay, so we'll bop in here.
Vex me.
Gives us a little bit more mana. We'll go ahead and play. Do we want to do the crushing blow, or do we just want to? I'm actually fine with just doing this.
Fall back or die.
Unless he's got something with charge.
Tide turns.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a
Come at
shadow.
me. Come at me.
Okay, it's wasteful, but we're gonna go ahead and crushing blow into finish off that wounded creature. And then we're gonna put down the courier right here.
Hand itches. Do not
And
vex
then we're
me.
just slowly
Fall
trying to
back
prevent
or
ourselves
die.
from getting overrun here. Now I'm pretty sure he's got a
I'm
sword
ready
in
for
his deck.
anything. We stand united.
Feel my sting.
Okay, we're gonna put that. I can't play it. It has prophecy. Oh, because he didn't break a rune to do it.
Gore and glory.
But he
The
broke a
forest
rune
is
to
my
do
strength
this.
and my courage.
This is getting really intense. So all we have to do, if we can take control of this lane, we're gonna be fine. We definitely need to take care of that thing though. Otherwise we're gonna be facing some serious pain. He can straight up one-hit kill us. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that these both live. So this
Teach you to
has
mess
to
with
go here. This has to go here. This has to go on this side.
I stand to serve.
This goes here.
If I fall, this will reclaim me.
This goes over. We want to give him lethal. Well, no, everything already has lethal. So then after that, we'll go ahead and just put down the snowcat here.
Do not vex
We don't
me.
want to give him any extra cards, so we're going to hold back on that 1 damage. Okay, so he has to have a way to break through. He has to kill this off and then break through this. Which he could have. There's a card in Strength that causes you to... Oh, nope, doesn't have it.
Come at me.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a
Okay,
shadow.
that's huge.
Destruction is at hand.
That is enormous. So we're going to go ahead and play the Old Gate Warden here to give ourselves some initiative.
The watch is mine.
We'll play a Swamp Leviathan here. And then we'll play the Schooner Racketeer
This one offers something tasty.
on this guy here. And we're not going to do any damage to him. We need to slow him down. We need to slowly peck away at him.
Follow me, men.
Die, Outlander.
Feel my sting.
Okay, so I guess that doesn't work. That's a shame. Okay, so very slowly, very carefully, we need to control the field here. So we're going to go ahead and give him the... we're going to bop in a Leviathan over here. And then we're going to trade in with... We need to keep this guy alive just in case. So we'll trade in here to take the damage. And then we'll trade in with this
Your
guy
death is my command.
to make room.
Your death is my command.
And then we will... Let's see. We've got... We're going to go ahead and wait. Not yet. So he's going to draw 2 Nords with attack, but we want to keep him starved for cards.
Iskramor!
Time to fight. Time to fight. Fire Alduin.
That'll do it.
The victory is yours.
And he just gives up. Okay, that's awesome. I don't know if we had lethal there. Maybe we might have had close. But the key when you're fighting an aggressive deck like that, well, first of all, it's to not mess up like I did and put lethal on a 0 mana creature. But you want to just don't attack them. You don't want to give them cards until you have complete board control. Septum. That's a cool name. Unless he's talking about like the bridge in your nose. Okay, this is a good early game card. Let's replace the rest. I'll take it. Let's see what kind of deck he's rocking. Red and green, the Christmas colors. He's probably going to be doing some kind of aggressive deck or a deck that revolves around wounding and then removing. So we don't really have any way to back this up. So I think our best bet is just to put the protector down. Well, no. I think we're okay doing this. We'll go ahead and put the guard up here.
The watch is mine.
I don't feel too threatened yet. Yet. Okay, let's see if he gets it off.
With me.
Nope. Unfortunate. Okay, that's a nasty trick right there. We'll go ahead and put the guard up over here.
The forest is my strength.
We'll
and
set
my
up for the
courage.
Daedric Dagger next turn. Hoping that he doesn't have some form of initiative to bust his aggression. I mean, to boost his aggression. It doesn't look like he does because he's not, like, automatically throwing down a buff. Okay, never mind.
The forest is ours.
Let's heat things up.
I'm totally fine with trading here. So let's go
Teach you
ahead,
to mess with me.
bump this guy. Put a courier down here.
My sword hand itches.
And give him the dagger. It's kind of a slow play doing it this way. So hopefully he doesn't have some way to remove it. But I get the feeling that this guy's playing an aggressive deck. And we're just looking to slow him down, honestly.
The forest is ours.
Nice. Okay, if we can attach that with that, that'd be fantastic. We just need to live a turn. Please. Please.
What have we here?
What do you do? Oh,
My sword hand itches.
draw a card. Okay. Well, let's put this dude online right now.
The hist provides.
and then we'll buff it up. We can make this a really powerful card. If he's got a card called Finish Off, which is a green card that it will remove any wounded creature. I'm sure he has it, so I don't want to buff it up too
I
much.
bring reinforcements.
You waste my good.
Yeah, he has it. He must have wounded. Finish Off. Oh, nope.
Just follow the trail of blood.
Okay, so if we do this, it'll be enough to finish it off. So we can just throw everything into that guy just to make it super powerful, and then it will live next turn. It's kind of risky doing it this way, and we're going to take 5 damage on our other side, but I feel like if we can control this lane, it's going to give us a lot of bonuses. So we'll go ahead, we'll play both our items on here, boost them up here,
Thorns and claws.
trade in here. We'll put down the recruit over here to slow him down.
Haste will reclaim me.
Now, if he has a finish off, he's just gonna throw it on that guy, like that.
My scales move in shadow.
Okay, no.
I Stendar's mercy.
So these things will trade with each other because he's got lethal.
If I fall,
Unless we draw into one of our silence
Chaos.
cards. Prophecy with Mummy. We'll go ahead and trade it in here with the intent of bumping it in there and then trading it off for another card. So we'll play the Disciple here,
Welcome to the shadows.
bump him in here. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we'll play this guy.
thorns and claws.
Just go straight into his face. They'll give him a card, but that's okay. And then we'll play the Armorer over here
I
and
stand
just let
to
him take
serve.
that lane uncontested. So you could have played the Armorer first to turn this into a 3/5, but I wanted to see what the other card that I drew was going to be before I did that. So there's no way he's not going to throw this into here and just destroy it.
I bring reinforcements.
Let's heat things up.
The forest is ours.
Doing it that way is very interesting. Alright, so if we Reaper here, that's going to turn this into a 2/1. We can get another card out of it. And then we can play a Courier over here to slow him down. So we'll go ahead. We'll do it like this. Put this guy down here. Go ahead and drink our elixir. Put a Courier
My
down here just to
sword
slow him
hand
down.
itches.
Your
Bump
death
in
is
here.
my command.
And then we'll go ahead and give
Looks
him that
dead
card.
to me.
So what these do when he plays them, it basically makes it so the next card that he plays is going to have less mana. So it's a good combo effect. But you need a lot of card draw to sustain it. And you need to have more life than your opponent. And I think in the starter decks you only get 2 of them. So he's going to have a little bit of... He's probably not going to have any more in his deck unless this is more of a constructed. Which it might be. We're definitely going to silence that. Or we might just throw in the Territorial Viper. This guy's drawn us 2 cards. That's pretty good, honestly. Let's see. Is there any way the Viper can live? Can we do a combo with the Armorer and the Viper?
Chaos.
What a...
I'll
Don't...
kill you where
Wow.
you stand.
What a massive mistake. So we can get even another card over here. He chooses to move him over here to make a more aggressive play.
My sword
okay.
hand itches.
So it was not aggressive. It was not like the super dire play that I thought it was going to be. So what we want to do is we want to start recontrolling the board. I'm fine just leaving this here and just leaving that uncontested. We don't want to kill that just yet. Is there any way that we can make this thing survive longer? I don't think we really care to. So we've got 3, 5, 4. So we can silence this guy, which would make him a 4-3. So let's put down the armorer over here, because this is the lane that we need to start controlling.
I stand to serve.
Death comes to us all.
Silence him. Trade in here. And then we're going to put down the guard
You won't escape
right
alive.
here. And then we're just going to leave it there. These guys are just kind of like facing each other off. And even if he does somehow manage to kill this thing, it's only 1 damage, unless he puts more creatures down over there. Now, he might have his own Reaper, which he'd be able to turn this into a 0-5. But even if he did that, it wouldn't be that. Okay, so he's just going to buff the other side to trade in there.
Chaos.
They cannot hope to outwit
I'll
me.
kill you where you stand.
Okay. So what we need to do here is we need to start taking some serious control over the board. So
Your death
this guy
is my
trades
command.
here.
Your death is my command.
This guy trades here. This guy can actually trade in here, and we're going to go ahead and take that trade because it'll still live for next turn. We'll play the defender over here, just defensively,
You won't escape alive.
and then we'll put down the venom tongue over here.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
And then we're not going to... Well, we'll give him the
You
extra
waste
card
my
because he's got the
breath.
help. So we are going to take 3 here, but in doing that, he's going to pop me a card. So he very much... We're starting to stabilize, but he very much has control. He is going to give us a card by killing this off, though.
But we all return.
Alright, we need to find a way to boost ourselves here. Okay, that's a great
If
start.
I fall, the Hist will reclaim me.
We need to be a little faster than that, or we're going to die next turn. So we're going to throw this guy in here to draw a card. Even though it's a bad trade, we have to
You
take
waste
it
my breath.
because we need this card. And even then, this is a little too slow for us. So we have to find a way to kind of overcome these guys. That trades in
End of the
here.
road.
We, let's see. So this has to trade here.
Take you. Chaos take you.
We may unfortunately be on the losing side if he has a way to boost that. We need to draw into some kind of prophecy card to give us a block.
My claws are sharp and thirsty.
Let's see. So he needs to hit us, and then we need to draw a prophecy card, otherwise we lose. That's not going to do it.
Bark and burn.
Alright. So unfortunately, we were never able to reclaim the board. Because he got that early life lead, he was able to use his cards that draw him a card and then reduce the cost. And he was able to just keep the pressure on the whole time. So, but that's okay. Can't win them all. Now we're up against Firewinged, the Monster Hunter. We're going first. This is a great combo right here. We'll go ahead and keep that. If we can play this turn 4 and get rid of his mana boosting, we can punish him if he decides to play slowly. I'm guessing because he's strength and endurance, he's going to be based on orcs.
This should be good.
Well, what do you know? We're going to go ahead and sacrifice this guy to the...
You won't escape alive.
preventing that guy from coming in there and doing any damage. I don't think orcs have a way to boost endurance, so these just trade evenly. Yeah. Hopefully he decides not to take the trade. Okay, he takes the trade anyway. So we're going to be taking some damage. There's no point in just playing that, because it'll just die. So we'll put this in the shadow lane. And then we'll pair it up with something else. These will trade, he can't protect it. And in the process of hitting me in the face, he'll draw me a card.
Strength in unity.
Okay. So we'll go ahead, play the courier, and then we'll bop in, because the fight's going to be all over here. So
My sword hand itches.
Your death is my command.
right now we're just trying to stabilize and hopefully draw into either our finish. Like, we need to get our finish off so we can kill this guy when he wounds himself. And he's using that just as mill, I guess. Okay, nope, that's not what we need.
Into the fray.
We need to go a little faster. Alright, so we're forced to use the Territorial Viper just to remove that thing. He's probably going to have something to equip that with. But if I can get something with guard, I can put the Hackwing Feather on it and put up a really powerful defense.
By Onsi's bright blade.
What's he going to play next? He's going to get a guard.
Won't escape alive.
Okay, so we need to start figuring out what we want to do here, or we're going to die like a horrible death. We can play this and this, and then when this dies next turn, this will make it a 6/6, so we can remove that.
They cannot hope to outwit
If he doesn't
me.
manage to kill off this one first and then that one, which he might very well, all he needs is a crushing blow to kill this one off
By
first.
Onsi's bright blade.
Ooh, perfect. Maybe that's just the turn that we needed.
Tide turns.
Okay. So let's see. If this goes onto this one, we might have to Crushing Blade. Is there any better way of doing this? We definitely need to put the Hackwing onto this. That will make it a 3/3. Okay. Then yeah, that makes this easier. So and then we'll play the Drow here just to get some initiative. We don't want to just mindlessly throw the other guy away. But I think it's worth damaging it. In case we need to find... In case we don't get another chance to attack him because he gets eliminated. Maybe we might need to Crushing Blow that
Give
one
me a
one.
blade and a soft throat.
What does he do? He draws a Steel Dagger, which is a plus. It's 1 mana for +1 attack. And a Steel Scimitar into. Alright, so he's going to do that just to completely clear me out. But luckily, we can just top off with the Preserver of the Root here.
I will protect the Hist.
Just to give us a little bit more in the way of things in his face. We are not going to give him... Well, we need to start taking the board back. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it anyway. And give him an extra card here. So he very well, if he's got equipment, he's probably going to have a way to deal with this. But hopefully it'll leave him low enough that we can just crushing blow him. Or we can just crushing blow that. Yeah, we're probably going to crushing blow that card. I guess, does he... I know he's got the dagger, right? 'Cause he just, oh no, he used the dagger before. Okay, that's really good. So we're going to go ahead, just do that right away. And then we'll go ahead and keep pushing in here. We're starting to retake the board, which is awesome. If he plays something that's got, like, he puts a lot of items on it, we can silence it, which is awesome. So I'm hoping that he tries to do something like that, because that would give me lots of really cool initiative. I think silence works on items.
I'm
it
ready
should.
for anything. Gore and glory.
And that actually draws him a prophecy card. Just going to return that to my hand. It's a very powerful turn for him.
Their defenses crumble. I'll take the vanguard.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead. Should we silence that, or should we just start, like, putting down aggressive stuff? This happens no matter what. But we can put down a Swamp Leviathan over here. Or we can put down... let's see. I like doing this because that puts him on lethal. So we'll go ahead and silence this card. And then we'll put this guy down over here. And that's not... It's not quite lethal, but we're getting close. I think it's more powerful than doing something like that.
I have no fear of you, cowardly skeever.
The silent guard with you. Scum.
Awesome.
If I fall, the Hist will reclaim me.
So our prophecy cards are actually starting to really
I'm
pay
ready
off
for
here.
anything.
Like,
Gore
really
and
pay
glory.
off.
You won't escape alive.
I ride like the wind.
Goldbrand. Okay, where can we make this thing most effective? So that's going to trade in here. We'll go ahead and Goldbrand right now. We'll kill this thing off. We'll put down a courier here.
Sword hand itches.
We'll have this guy bump in here. We'll have this guy bump here. And we will not hit face. We do not want him getting any more cards than what he already has.
Die, gamblers.
By the egg, a fine battle.
A hard-fought victory.
So we'll go ahead and we will put down... Well, he's got breakthrough. So what we want to do... do we want to just sacrifice everything? I feel like we kind of have to.
Mother of mud.
Or maybe we can just go straight for face
Mother of mud.
and hope he doesn't have any prophecy cards. He did not. Wow. Okay. So, there you go. That was a really good fight. So just in review, as you saw, this is a deck that kind of relies on just putting up barricades, putting enemies with guard, trying to make good trades with lethal cards, using Crushing Blow, using Finish Off. The problem with this deck, as you saw, is that it's a little slow, but especially in that last game, you can see the power of Prophecy and how putting things down can actually force your more aggressive opponents to stop. And there actually are a lot of cards, not just with guard, but with Prophecy and guard. You've got the Fighters Guild Recruit, you've got the Protector, you've got the... I know you have the, the Mummy. Mummy's got it too. So, drawing these, you have a pretty decent chance of drawing some kind of a Prophecy card. If you're getting smacked in the face, that'll let you turn the tide of battle around. Very powerful, very fun to play. Oh, and you've got the defender too. So you've got like what? You've got over a third of your deck has prophecy and guard on it. So you've got ways to stop people from pushing in your face. It doesn't always work out, but as you saw, we were able to fight some really powerful decks and actually do really well with it. I like this deck better than the Band of Brothers. I find the playstyle a little bit more consistent. But anyway, hopefully this video has shown you some of the ways to play this style of deck, to kind of take the cards that they give you and bring it to the maximum level. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making another one very shortly for more of the tutorial decks that you start out with. In the meantime, I'm Twinklebutt, and I hope you have a fantastic day.